Hyundai fans, prepare yourself because Hyundai is preparing a successor to the 5th generation Hyundai Santa Fe. The Santa Fe is in sort of a weird position because sales have been declining and the sales of the Tucson have been rising. And it's also in that weird class size-wise because it's bigger than something like a CR-V, a Rogue, a RAV4, but it doesn't offer 3 rows. Its stablemate, the Kia Sorento, has an option for the 3rd row. It's pretty comparable as it is to something like a CX-50 or a Nissan Murano. So with this next generation Santa Fe, it seems that Hyundai is going to differentiate a little bit from the Tucson and Palisade by going for more of an off-road, boxy, rugged-looking vehicle with a fairly premium interior, something like what the CX-50 is going for. Think of this as a poor man's Land Rover Defender on a unibody platform or a nicer Bronco Sport. The next generation Santa Fe is going to be inspired by the Hyundai Galloper, which was available from 1991 to 2003, and that was just basically a rebadge of a Mitsubishi Pajero. This Santa Fe is codenamed the MX-5 out of all things. At the front, the headlights are square and they have an H pattern displayed by these daytime running lights because, of course, H is for Hyundai. Towards the hood, we get a more angular Land Rover-like design as shown by these upright 8 pillars. As you notice, we have a much flatter roof and the roof rails are more regular. They're not really the flush ones that are seen in other types of SUVs. The wheels are 5-spoke and they seem to be similar in design to something like the Land Rover Defender, of course, in both chunkiness and also the color in this specific model. They forgot to put some protective camo over here on the passenger side, and we see that there's going to be some cladding, but it appears that they didn't overdo it like they do on some other vehicles. Moving towards the rear, we do see a lot of camo still, but we can get some design details here. The rear glass that we see through the cladding suggests that the rear hatch will be pretty flat and vertical. It may also have a wraparound glass look thanks to the blacked out pillars similar to that of a Land Rover Defender. The rear lights are 2 horizontal units. I'm thinking it'll be something like a G-Wagon. I think there'll be 2 more strips on the bumper right below it based on Hyundai's current design language. And I'm thinking those will be the indicators that they commonly use. In terms of platform, the older Santa Fe models were on the Y6 platform, while the 2020 models, which were facelifted, still somehow moved to the N3 architecture, which is currently used in the Kia Sorento. So I'm thinking that it'll be on the same architecture right here. Along with the new exterior design, we're also going to see a new brand logo for Hyundai. And the new logo is rumored to come with backlighting, replacing the older logo. Moving on to the interior, you can generally see the inspiration from the Land Rover Defender with the boxier shapes, along with some goodness from the latest Hyundai Grandeur, which I made a video on as well. If you ignore the ferret in the front seats, you're going to see that the front seats look very similar to the Grandeur, most notably the monopost headrest design. The door panels look more like that of the Kia Sorento. As you can see, the steering wheel, it looks like the Range Rover as well, but it's the exact same one off the Hyundai Grandeur, and it's also inspired by the 1st generation Hyundai Grandeur, which is interesting as well. As you can see, there's going to be no logo on it, and that's going to stay pretty much the same in production. And like the Grandeur, I think that the steering wheel can light up, helping you notify you of the car status, and also do some welcome lighting and exit lighting, stuff like that. The electronic gear lever is the same as the Grandeur, and as you can see, where you normally insert your key on a traditional vehicle or older model, this is where you will change your gears. Behind the steering wheel, we can see what looks like to be dual curved 12.3-inch displays under a singular piece of glass. Right beside that, we see some stitching, so Hyundai's trying to make this look a little more premium. In terms of air vents, we see that European sort of design where it runs consistently throughout the dash, but of course, there's only a few openings for air. Even the Civic does this right now. Right beside it is going to be that push button start. While the temperature gauges look to be screened, I actually do see a decent selection of knobs, which are nice. There's a whole row surrounding the emergency indicator, as well as 4 knobs. 2 by the aforementioned switch and another by the climate display. As you can see, the center console is very similar, if not the same, out of the Hyundai Grandeur. There are your 2 cup holders as well as a USB port. If we take a look at the interior shots of the rear, it seems pretty spacious from these spy shots that we're seeing too. It seems that the second row reclines based on your seating position. It also seems very utilitarian, as you can see that Hyundai has made space for passengers to carry up to 2 water bottles on one side of the seat. It seems that they may be bringing a 3-row model back, making it a 7-seater, similar to that of the Kia Sorento. Performance-wise, the Santa Fe comes with multiple engine options as currently constructed, and I would expect that trend to kind of continue here. So the first one will be a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder that makes 191 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque. Customers can upgrade to a 2.5-liter turbocharged engine that makes 281 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. Both of these are paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Along with the gas variants, the Santa Fe also offers a hybrid and plug-in hybrid options. So the first one is going to be a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine with an electric motor and a small lithium-ion battery. That'll produce about 226 horsepower. Then we got the plug-in hybrid, which is nice. I love plug-in hybrids. And that is just going to be the similar thing, but with a 13.8 kilowatt battery pack, which is larger. And that's just going to be 261 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Those are going to be paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission, and they'll come standard with all-wheel drive. So in conclusion, I generally like what I'm seeing from Hyundai here. I think this will be successful because, you know, those off-road type vehicles are very in demand nowadays. I like the tech here. I think the interior looks nice. So we just gotta wait till it's revealed and we start seeing these inevitably on the road. So that's pretty much it for me. Tell me what you think down below in the like button. Thank you for all the support on all of my other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Peace.